Hello students, in class 8 science chapter 4 materials, metals and non-metals. In this video we will discuss about the physical properties of metals and non-metals. Metals have shiny appearance and this shiny appearance is known as luster. We can say metals have luster. These metals you are familiar with this: copper, silver, iron and gold. Generally, metals are hard. Metals can be beaten into thin sheet. That's why we can say metals are malleable. The properties of metals by which they can be beaten into thin sheets is called malleability. Silver foil, again you are familiar, is used for decorating sweets in this diagram. Aluminium foil, again students you are familiar with this, used for wrapping foods. When you come to school you bring your food wrapping in the aluminium foil. Metals are good conductor of heat. This can be explained in this way. See this setup. We are having one metal rod. This is fixed on this stand on one side. This is another end is free, and to this free end with the help of wax we fix the pin, and when we heat it with the help of burner, okay, then after some time we will observe that this pin is dropped, it detached from this end. Why? Because when we heat this metal rod, this heat is supplied to this end and this end also become hot, and due to this wax will melt and this pin will fall down. This activity explains that metals are good conductor of heat. Metals are good conductors of electricity. This can also be verified. In the 7th standard you discussed about the circuit. That is, this is battery, bulb, switch, these are the wires, and we join these two clips. In these clips we can fix a metal, and after fixing that metal rod, if this bulb glows, it indicates that metal is good conductor of electricity. Metals can be drawn into wires. That's why we can say metals are ductile. The property of metal by which it can be drawn into wires is called ductility. You are familiar with this. This is copper wire. Okay, and see these are the aluminium wires which are used for the transmission of electricity from one pole to another pole. Metals produce ringing sounds. They are said to be sonorous. When some metals are beaten or struck with the help of any material, then they produce the sound. That's why we can say they are sonorous, and that's why metals are used to make bells in the temple or in the school also there. See, these are the bells are made up of these metals due to the sonorous nature of these metals. Examples: iron, copper, aluminium, calcium, magnesium, even gold, silver. Metals like sodium and potassium are soft and can be cut with a knife. You can see in this diagram, this is a sodium metal, and with the help of knife we can cut it. Mercury is only metal which is found in liquid state at room temperature. You can see this. This is the mercury, and you are also familiar in thermometer. Mercury is used. Physical properties of non-metals. These are just opposite to the metals. Non-metals do not have shining appearance. They have dull appearance. Generally, non-metals are soft. Non-metals cannot be beaten into thin sheet. They break down into powdery mass on tapping with a hammer. Like if we heat the coal, then this will convert into this. Non-metals cannot be drawn into wires. Actually, non-metals are brittle, B-R-I-T-T-L-E, brittle in nature. Non-metals are poor conductor of heat and electricity. For this electricity, there is the one exception, that is graphite. Which is the form of carbon? It is the good conductor of electricity. Non-metals are not sonorous. Examples: sulfur. See, the sulfur is yellow color powder. Carbon, it is available in the number of forms like coal, charcoal. This is carbon. Oxygen, this is the component present in air which is necessary for our living. Phosphorus, this is the red phosphorus. Exception: all metals except mercury exist as solid at room temperature, and this mercury is liquid at room temperature. Then we can say metals have high melting points, but gallium and cesium have very low melting points. These two metals will melt if you keep them on your palm. Actually, their melting point is less than our body temperature. Okay. Iodine is a non-metal, but it is lustrous. Carbon is a non-metal that can exist in different forms, and these different forms are known as allotropes. Okay. And this diamond, this is the one of the allotrope of carbon, is the hardest natural substance known, and it has a very high melting and boiling point. Another allotrope of carbon is graphite. Okay, this is a conductor of electricity. Metals like lithium, sodium, potassium, these are also known as the alkali metals, are soft that they can be cut with a knife, and they have low densities and low melting points. Now after that, you must be able to differentiate metals and non-metals on the basis of physical properties. Now just see once again: physical state, solid except mercury. Non-metals are solid, liquid and gas. Appearance, metals are lustrous, that is shiny appearance. These are non-lustrous except iodine. Density, metals have high density except lithium, sodium and potassium. Non-metals have low density. Malleability, generally malleable. These are non-malleable. Ductility, generally ductile. Non-metals are non-ductile. Conduction of heat, good conductor. These are poor conductor. Conduction of electricity, good conductor. These are the poor conductor except graphite. Melting point, generally high except mercury, which is liquid at room temperature. Gallium and cesium, they will melt when kept on our palm. Lithium, sodium and potassium, generally low except diamond. Sonorous, some metals are sonorous. Non-metals are not sonorous or non-sonorous. Hardness, generally hard except lithium, sodium and potassium. And non-metals, these are generally soft except diamond. I think all these properties are clear to all of you. I am sure that you have subscribed my channel. If not yet, please subscribe my channel. Thank you.